thriving metropolis of Dargo. One of those places like Birdsville, you got to get a photo of your four-wheel drive in front of the pub. It's four-wheel drive heaven up here. Warringata Valley over there, Hotham and Omeo over there. Yeah, beautiful little town. Yeah, g'day guys, Steve here from Dirt Bike ADV. Just into Dargo, sort of beelined it here. Got up early this morning, left on first light, so frozen to the core, you might say. Even though it's early autumn, it's just started to get a little bit chillier, a little bit colder, so yeah. Heading up to Mt Hotham to meet an old mate, Paddy, and we're going to head east. It's a long weekend, Labor Day weekend here in Victoria, and yeah, there'll be a fair few people around, so all the Melbourne people come sort of to this area, Lacola, Dargo, but if you go a bit further east it quietens down, so you can sort of cut across the Birragum Road to Omeo if you want, but I wanted to go over the top, so I'm going to go up the Dargo High Plains Road and up to Mt Hotham, because I've never actually driven over the top of Mt Hotham in the summer during the day, so there's some quite spectacular views, but we're going to do that, drop down to Omeo, and then we're going to do the Davey Plain Track, which is apparently pretty flogged out and chewed up, so but we'll see how we go. I know some blokes went through there just before Christmas, so they said it was doable, a bit rough, but and then we're going to come out in the Alpine Way, and then we'll head along that, have a look at Kosciuszko, Mount Kosciuszko, and then head south again through to Nuniong and sort of home from there. So just a couple of nighter. Been laying pretty low over the last sort of 4 or 5 weeks, so very happy to get out. Hoping we can find a good camp spot tonight. I'll grab a couple of beers at Omeo probably. But yes, we'll see how we go. The Dargo High Plains Road certainly hasn't improved since I was here last time. Which is a pretty rough old road for a gravel road. And actually carries a lot of traffic. I'm surprised they don't sort of grade it a bit more. Oh, bloody rough. This is one of those roads you sort of can't take your eye off the road, because there's bloody sharp edges and potholes and bloody floaters sticking out everywhere, and they're usually in the shadows of the trees. But yeah, you can see we're up pretty high now. We're up on the plains, and yeah, the trees are a lot smaller, sort of not above the tree line but heading that way, and we'll get up over Hotham. We are above the tree line. Certainly we're now in amongst the snow gums, that's for sure. Snake, I think. Might have been a copperhead, maybe. Man, there's some layers there. Have a look at that. Bit of smoke haze around. Not sure what that mountain range is over there. Maybe that's Mount Buller. Don't know. Oh, it might be Falls Creek. It's probably Falls Creek actually. Yeah, but yeah, bloody good views. I've been there, done that, Mt Hotham. I just got a message from Patrick. Silly Patrick has left his backpack at home, so he's had to duck home. So he's going to meet me at Benambra. So I'm just going to cruise down to Omeo and on to Benambra. And we'll meet him there. But yeah, very glad to come up over the top here. Bloody beautiful. All very dry in Gippsland at the moment. Come over here before and it's been bloody lush and green, yeah. Righto, picked up Paddy Boy. He's still behind me, that's good. And yeah, we're heading east. We're going to go out and pick up the Beloka Road. We're on the Limestone Road. And then we cut north onto a couple of different roads, Buckwalk Road I think it is, and then we end up on the Mount Davey Plains Track. So yeah, but we're a little bit behind. Paddy had to go back get his backpack. Done that one before. So yeah, he come over a quicker way, just met me at Benambra rather than Hotham, so that's all good. We just roll with the punches. We don't get stressed about anything. That's not what adventure bike riding's about. But yeah, we go up here, veer left, we'll head north. We're probably going to camp maybe one of the river crossings or the Davey Plain hut. We'll see how we go. But it's certainly dry like West Gippsland where we are. It's very dry out here, but typically the Omeo Valley does dry out over summer, so yeah. Anyway, see how we go. bloody nice camp spots up here. Look at that, bloody beautiful. I think that was, I can't remember now. That was some flat. Aren't these little creeks beautiful? Friggin' white posts, there you go. Bloody hell, look at that. I wasn't ready for that. I was in bloody dreamland. Looking around. Yeah, there's some great camp spots along here apparently. Oh shit. You certainly notice the weight when you get on that loose stuff, even on a bike that's 165 kilos. You get a bit of camping gear over the back wheel and you really notice the weight. It's very squirrely going up hills. Paddy of course is on a 450 EXC. Bloody brilliant bike for this. As I say, the lighter the bike, the more fun you have. We are coming up pretty high, which is cool. I was sort of hoping this would be the case. Today and tomorrow are supposed to be 30 degrees up this area, and as soon as you get up here you feel the cooler air, so just coming up from that campground, it's cooled off, so yeah. Oh, to have a nice light bike like that, hey? That's Paddy and his EXC 450.
I dropped the bike at the bottom of the hill, didn't I?
Oh, did you? She was loose.
I thought he went round the corner and then...
Bop, 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 bop. Yeah.
It wasn't too steep. Are we going down here?
No, the track's going that way. I'm just having a look at the view. Yeah, I reckon that's Kosciuszko just as far over as you can see there. I think that's Mt Kosciuszko. Yeah, cool. Nice day for it. A late start this morning. Patrick and I just sat round drinking cups of tea and chin wagging, but yeah, nice little camp spot in there. But we'll just head north to the border now, and yeah, we'll see where we end up. But yeah, it looks like we're probably going to stick to the plan and head across Threadbow and maybe even into Jinderpine. Paddy lost his tent, of course, so he slept on the ground wrapped up in my fly last night. So yeah, it's pretty pleasant camping though. So anyway, we'll keep moving. Sleep enough on an adventure bike, that's for sure, and a fully loaded adventure bike at that. We just went through some real gnarly stuff, big huge ruts, and yeah, I dropped her a couple of times, so it's pretty warm in here, so I'm trying to keep the bike upright so we don't have to pick her up too many times. Couple of times Paddy had to help me, so that's not ideal. Should be riding a 450 or a 500 in here, definitely. Even a 165 kilo AJP feels heavy enough when you're going down some of this stuff. Oh, you keep sliding forward on the seat, doesn't help. I'm boiling my brakes a bit, which is not ideal. That's another reason I'm turning the engine off. I've got bugger all brakes at the moment. Bugger all. We've been coming down for a long time. You sort of leave Benamba and you follow a valley really flat for a long time, and then you go up and then you go down and then you go up and up and up, and now we're coming down and down and down here. So yeah, just using the engine to give me brakes a bit of a break. But as I say, the main enemy is bloody having to pick the bike up too many times, so yeah. Haven't heard or seen anything of Paddy for a while, so I'll pull up, I think. Make sure he's still behind me. And check the map. Oh yeah, I can hear him coming. Paddy's on a 450 EXC, a 2008 I think it is. Probably one of the best budget lightweight A2V bikes on the market. It's an older bike, but see, they were a good generation of bikes, those 2008 to 2000, and I think they went through about 211. Yeah, a bit more oil capacity, a bit stronger engine. They weren't chasing the weight so much back then, and yeah, 72mm stroke. Even though his is a 450, it's still a 72mm stroke, so a little bit lower compression. Great bike, yeah. Pretty good suspension out of the box, pretty good seat out of the box, so yeah. I think this is the Murray River. I assume it's the Murray River. Oh, maybe not. We'll have a look on the map.
Nice campground.
Yeah, isn't it bloody beautiful? Have a look at that. Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. I don't think this is the Murray, is it?
Nah. Buckwong.
Oh, Buckwong Creek, that's it. Yeah, yeah.
It looks, well, I can see the bottom.
Perfect line, Paddy, perfect line. Oh shit, bloody hell. The mighty Murray River. It's a bit of a different river to the Murray up at Swan Hill, that's for sure. So we've just pulled up at Tongrogan here, and a beautiful swim down in there. That's the Murray River, so yeah, beautiful Snowy Creek just comes in there, but yeah, bloody beautiful little spot here. We're going to keep going, but we just wanted to have a bit of a swim. We just coming down off the mountain was quite steep and gnarly, and yeah, closed in, so we were sweating our backsides off a bit. So yeah, very happy to have a bit of a swim and clean jock socks and a t-shirt, and feeling a bit what's the word, civilised again. So yeah, but we'll keep going into Threadbow and maybe even Jindabyne. Paddy's keen to pick up a tent. He didn't appreciate sleeping on the ground last night, I don't think, so yeah. But yes, we all feel a bit more civilised and yeah, ready to go. yeah, the water was beautiful then. So soft, the fresh water in those creeks. Oh yeah, there's all the ski runs of Thredbo. Cool. So as I come into Thredbo here, I needed to put a new battery in the GoPro, and someone might have knocked the microphone wire out of the GoPro, so lost all my audio for the next half a day. But anyway, not a disaster. We headed into Jindabyne, went through Thredbo here and into Jindabyne. We grabbed a bit of lunch, and Paddy grabbed himself a tent, grabbed a couple of cold beers and a bit more food, and we just sort of headed out the Barry Way, which is quite a spectacular road going this way, going from north to south. I've only ever done it from south to north before, so it was well worth doing it the other way. And then we headed down to the Limestone Road, and then we sort of like just wandered across the Limestone Road, and Paddy, remember there was a nice camp spot halfway across to Benambra, and so we thought, yep, that'll do us, and then we'll get up and head off early in the morning. There was a bit of rain forecast for the morning, so we decided to be not too far from Benambra. It wasn't a disaster, so we found a really nice campsite, but and had a couple of beers and was very happy with the world. But anyway, I'll put a bit of music on, and you can go into the waffle free zone for a while. He's going to go climb that one though. I've seen that way down the bottom, Paddy.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It's got to be 60, 80 metres high, I reckon.
Yeah.
And I reckon you could get to it along this link. Just take a picture and I don't know how it turns out, but I'd love to. Have a rock like that, really, there's got to be something on it.
I think I can see the chalk marks on it from here, mate. Someone's climbed it.
Australia. New tent, new girlfriend, mate.
Sounds good. Don't look at me. I'm not going to be your little bitch.
Need to break it in. Even comes with pegs.
Watch over in the distance there. Paddy's trying to work out his new tent. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
You've got to send me the link for that little adapter hose for the decanting.
Shall do. Well, it's a bit of a hasty escape today, Patrick and I.
Sorry?
I said it's a bit of a hasty escape today, Patrick and I, in the rain.
So do I. I reckon the gods, the pagan gods haven't spotted us packing up, otherwise they'd be coming down to catch the dogs.
Yeah, I reckon we had about 20 mil between 5:30 and
Really?
5:30 and 7:30, so yeah.
What's it gone back to sleep?
Let's hit the frog and toad, eh? So yeah, nice camp spot, but yeah, 5:30, we didn't even have our flies on our tent, so we quickly jumped up and put our flies on, and yeah, went back to bed, but it sort of rained till about 7:30, so we quickly got up and started packing up, but yeah, it came down again, so we ducked back into the tent, and now it's sort of slowed down a bit, so we've got a pretty snotty track to get up to here, which is going to be real interesting. A little worried. Yeah, that's probably what I've seen over on the other side there. So yeah, we've got a bit of a snotty track up to get up here, so let's see how we go. No microphone plugged in. Of course, if I plug the microphone in, then water can get into the camera. So yeah, the audio is going to be crap. Yeah, so as I just said, I've had to unplug the microphone and put a cover on the GoPro, so the audio really is rubbish. And gradually, as we get out of here and up onto the limestone road again, the rain starts coming down again, and the camera fogs up, and it all goes pretty pear-shaped. So I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. We do head into Benambra. We had a nice egg and bacon, actually 2 coffees there because it was pissing down rain. So we just hung around. But yeah, I jumped on the bike and beelined it down to Bairnsdale. Sort of stopped raining just shy of Bruthen. So yeah, got pretty wet, but then it all sort of fined up. Got rid of my wet weather gear at Bairnsdale, and it was pretty good from there home. But a good trip, always good to get away and do a bit of camping and in the bush, having a bloody nice campfire. So really glad to get away. Paddy's always up for an adventure, so yeah, it was a good little trip. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope to see you out in the trails soon.
Not too bad, eh?
Yeah, it's good.